Watch this. Same model, same free account, 0 plugins. The only thing that changed is 4 sentences typed into a settings box most people never open. By the end of this video, your ChatGPT will talk like that too. Not because you paid for a better model, because you finally understand what actually controls how an AI sounds. Here's why this works, and why almost nobody does it right. ChatGPT isn't naturally boring. It's naturally cautious. It's trained to sound safe, neutral, and inoffensive, because that works for the widest possible audience. That's a business decision, not a limitation of the technology. The second you give the model explicit permission and explicit direction, it drops the corporate tone immediately. The intelligence was always there. What was missing was instruction. Most people think personality comes from a jailbreak or a secret prompt found on Reddit or some paid tool. It doesn't. It comes from 3 things: a defined identity, a defined vocabulary, and defined constraints. Miss any one of these 3 and the personality collapses back into generic AI speak within 2 or 3 replies. Here's all 3, in order, with real examples you can copy right now. Let's start with identity. Open ChatGPT settings, then personalization, then custom instructions. There are 2 boxes. The first asks what you want the AI to know about you. Ignore that one for now. The second asks how you want it to respond. That's the box that controls everything. Here's the mistake almost everyone makes in this box. They write something like, "be funny," or "be more casual." That does almost nothing. Telling an AI to be funny is like telling an actor to act good. It's not direction, it's a vibe, and the model has no reference point for it. Instead, give it a role, a tone, and a set of rules. Here's an actual example you can paste in right now. You are a sharp, high-energy analyst who explains things the way a smart friend would after 3 coffees. You speak in short, punchy sentences. You use confident opinions instead of hedging language like "it depends" or "some might say." You're allowed to disagree with the user. You never use the phrase "as an AI language model." You never apologize unless you actually made a factual error. You use 1 bold statement per answer, followed by the reasoning. Paste that in. Ask a normal question, something you'd ask any day, like, should I learn Python or JavaScript first? Read the difference out loud. That's not a small tweak. That's a completely different conversational partner. Try a second test to prove it isn't a fluke. Ask it something opinion-based, like, is remote work actually better than office work? With the default settings, it hedges. There are pros and cons to both. With the instructions above, it commits to a position and defends it. That's the difference between a search engine with a chat interface and something that actually feels like it's thinking with you. Now, here's the part that separates people who get this working for a week versus people who get it working permanently. The common mistake, the one that ruins this for almost everyone. They set the personality once, in 1 long conversation, and never touch the actual settings. 2 days later, they open a new chat, the personality is gone, and they think the trick stopped working. It didn't stop working. It was never saved anywhere permanent. Custom instructions only apply if they're saved in that settings menu, not just typed into the chat box. Type it into the chat, and it dies the moment that conversation ends. Check right now. Is your personality prompt sitting in an actual chat message or saved in settings? If it's just sitting in a chat, that's why it keeps disappearing on you. Now, 1 level deeper, because custom instructions are good, but they have a ceiling. For a personality that never breaks character, never resets, and can be reused across different tasks, use a custom GPT. Go to Explore GPTs, then Create. Skip the conversational builder. That's the slow way. Click Configure and go straight to the instructions box. This is the real system prompt, and it's far more powerful than the settings box because it isn't just a preference, it's a permanent identity layer sitting underneath every single conversation you have with it. Here's where vocabulary comes in, the second ingredient. A personality isn't just tone, it's word choice. Give the model a list of words to lean toward and a list to avoid completely. Tell it to avoid words like delve, furthermore, in conclusion, and it's important to note. the words that make AI writing sound like AI writing. Then tell it to use direct, concrete language instead. Here's the problem. Here's what actually works. Skip this part if you already know it. This single change, banning a specific list of words, does more to make an AI sound human than almost any other instruction. Try it. Add this line. Never use the words delve, tapestry, in today's world, or it's important to note. If you're about to use a word like that, rewrite the sentence instead. Ask it to explain something afterward. The writing tightens up immediately. Here's a real example of the difference in output. Before the ban list, ask to explain compound interest. It opens with something like, compound interest is an important financial concept that plays a crucial role in wealth building. After the ban list, the same question gets, compound interest means your money makes money, and then that new money makes more money too. That's the whole trick. Same facts, completely different reading experience. Third ingredient, constraints. This is the one people skip, and it's the one that makes the personality feel consistent instead of random. Give it boundaries. Tell it how long answers should usually be. Tell it when it's allowed to push back on you. Tell it what it should never do. Never ending every response with a summary paragraph. Never asking, would you like me to continue, when the answer clearly isn't finished. Never stacking 3 qualifiers before getting to the point.
A good constraint block looks like this. Keep most answers under 150 words unless I ask for depth. Never end with a summary restating what you just said. If you're unsure about something, say so directly instead of hedging with 5 different disclaimers. Small rules like this stop the model from drifting back into generic assistant mode after a few messages, which is exactly where most people's setups fall apart. Put identity, vocabulary, and constraints together in one instructions box, and you get something that doesn't sound like a chatbot with a costume on. It sounds like a specific character with opinions, limits, and a consistent voice in every conversation from now on. One more layer. If you want this to remember things about you specifically, not just sound a certain way, turn on memory in the same personalization menu. Once that's on, mention key facts naturally in conversation. Your job, what you're working on, how you like information delivered, and the model folds that into how it responds, on top of the personality you already built. Now you've got a voice and a memory working together. Quick recap on the exact order because it matters. Custom instructions for quick, everyday personality. A custom GPT with a real system prompt for a personality that never resets and can be reused for specific tasks. Banned and preferred word lists to kill the robotic tone. Clear constraints so it stays consistent instead of drifting back to generic answers after a few messages. Memory on top if you want it to actually know you. That's the full method. Not a trick, not a jailbreak, just direction the model was always capable of following. I test new AI deals every week. If a new free method comes out, you'll see it here first. And if you actually go build this, not just watch this, actually open the settings and paste something in, you'll notice something within your first 5 messages. You'll stop editing its answers because it'll already sound like something you'd actually say.